Listen to the vibes.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Vibes. And I'd love to welcome here the balloon guy, Sean Edwards. And we're going to get to know him, have a great conversation. Sean, tell us a little bit more about you.
Well, first off, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's nice to meet you.
Of course.
Uh, yeah, so my name's Sean Edwards. I currently live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm the founder of The Balloon Guy. And we're a balloon decor company, and we offer balloon twisting, we offer face painting, but what we're really known for is balloon decorations. So we do balloon decorations for everything from small private parties to giant corporate events, um, everything in between.
When did you start doing that?
So I started doing balloons when I was a kid. My parents got me, I was an only child, and my parents got me like one of those kits from like a balloon store, and I got really
Right.
into the balloon twisting. And I just practiced and practiced and practiced. And the first thing I taught myself was like a little balloon dog, which is my logo to this day. And it kind of took off from there.
What's the most extravagant thing you've made?
Most extravagant thing I've made. Well, in terms of balloon twisting for like parties and stuff like that, I love to do like stuff that people can wear. So I'm actually a friend of mine, and I've done a bunch of my friends' weddings, but my friends always ask me to do their weddings because I do like big wearables like wings and stuff like that with lights and all sorts
Oh,
of fun stuff. And you know, adults just as much as kids really can get into that. So it's really fun for something like a wedding where you would never think to do balloon animals. But that stuff is really cool. In terms of balloon decor, gosh, I don't know, but I can tell you about a project we just did for New Year's Eve, which was all these, you know, people send me these pictures all the time of like clear balloons with lights on them. And
hmm.
from Amazon, they're like $5 for like 10 of them or something like that. But they are so incredibly difficult to make. They seem so simple, you know, but the lights don't come on the balloons, and you have to put in batteries, and oftentimes people want them in water. So you like
Oh,
wrap, stuff the balloon in, or you stuff the battery pack into a balloon, and then you zip tie it, and then you stuff that into another balloon, and you zip tie. It gets very complicated. And we did these everywhere, all over this woman's home, and she had a pond and like this huge mansion overlooking like Sunset Boulevard here in Los Angeles, and we did balloons with lights everywhere, and it was pretty extravagant. You can check out the pictures on our Instagram, but it was a lot of work. It was very difficult, and these seemingly simple balloons with lights were very challenging.
what made you decide to take that craft and incorporate it like these big events and things, but especially corporate events?
It was a really slow progression. You know, when I was a kid, I just did it for fun and for extra money. I did it in restaurants for tips, and when I moved to California, I worked for a couple of companies doing like balloon animals, and I've done singing telegrams, and I mean all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, it was a really slow progression. I just started saying like yes to what people would ask me for. So, you know, I started saying yes to doing private parties, and I started saying yes to um, design balloon decor designs.
You didn't just one day say, well, I'm going to do this. It just progressed into something.
It was really slow. You know, I've always had like an entrepreneurial kind of spirit,
Hmm.
but it was a very slow progression. Yeah, it wasn't like, you know, I woke up one day and was like, I'm going to be a balloon artist for the rest of my life. It really just happened very organically. And now, like, you know, I love what I do in the sense of like, it's a great job because, you know, you provide a service and you have to make money and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, my job is to make people happy, and it makes me happy. It's fulfilling to do that. So I really like it. I think it's a great job and it's a great career. Um, and it's really grown a lot the past couple of years. So now I employ people that work with me, and we do take on bigger projects, and um, I get to do a lot of really fun stuff. And it's not like I'm working in an office every day, so that's nice too. It's different and always. I never know what the day will hold, so that's exciting.
And you get to meet a lot of famous people.
Famous people, yes. Yes, I worked for this weekend. Maybe I mean I've made balloons for Beyonce and Lady Gaga, and this weekend we did a very small order for Kylie Jenner. Um, yeah, so I've worked for a lot of famous people. Being in LA, it's a lot easier than most places to work for famous people, I imagine. But yeah, I have worked for quite a few.
So I read that you did something for Kelsey Grammer. What did you do for him?
Yeah. Kelsey Grammer, I've worked for a couple times. I did a birthday party for him at his home for his kids. He's got a couple girls, and I can't remember. He's got some young kids, and he has some like teenage daughters too. I think all girls. But anyway, I did balloon twisting for him. He's a great guy, really nice. And he had like a magician there too. He got really into like the magician, and he's very involved. And I haven't seen the latest version of Frasier, but I know that just came out as well.
Whenever you get invited to a party, just to a party, like your friends, what have you, and they find out what you do they always say, "Hey, do something for us, do something for us"?
Um, I guess like yeah, sometimes like or maybe not that night, but like certainly down the road, like my friends will always hit me up and be like, "Hey, like it's my friend's birthday, like can you do something?" Yeah, so it's a great thing to have in your back pocket too, for sure. It helps you make friends, I imagine. Yeah.
And this is really fun for you, but what do you do just to get away from that?
Hmm. Well, this weekend I went bowling. We were supposed to go to Universal Studios here in Hollywood. I like to see movies. I love going out to dinner. I like to take it easy, do nothing at home, watch movies, hang out. Yeah.
You ever thought about making this into a reality show?
A reality show. Let's see. Sure. I've been approached to do reality shows a couple times. Not like be as a guest on one, not around my whole business. But yeah, I think that would be a great idea. I think that would be super fun because we do some really cool events and meet some really, I mean, I've got some real interesting clients, real eclectic people. So yeah, I'm sure it would make for great television.
You do this for corporate events. Do you put on a presentation as far as like motivational or anything?
So in terms of like teaching, or are you
Right, right.
yeah. So I'm getting more into teaching. This month, actually, I'm going to teach a big conference for middle school kids for like leadership, um, a leadership association for middle school age kids, which I'm excited about. I think that'll be fun. I think they'll get super into it. It's a kind of a big conference, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to teach them how to make balloon garlands, which are so popular right now. You can get those kits on Amazon, but I'm going to show them how to do that. So I've taught a couple times. I've taught mostly at schools, and this will be around those lines too. But I've never done a big corporate conference, but I'd love to.
Uh, well, do you give an inspirational message, like maybe help people to pursue their dreams?
I feel like, yeah, I mean, yes and no. I feel like yes, because I feel like just by the act of like me having this business and like, I mean, it's crazy. Like to be able to do balloons for a living, is nuts. So I feel like hopefully that inspires other people to pursue their dreams and realize that like you really can do whatever you want to. But yeah, I would love to spread that message and do more with that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of folks they get into a job that it's their only means. You know, they got to take care of the family, you have kids, and that all kinds of responsibility, and you're just stuck, and they don't pursue their dreams. So to do something that you enjoy and to spread that message, hey, go out and try. Inspire me. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like that's a good point. I also think that there's like, not everything you do has to be for money, right? You can have a job and then have your passion on the side too. They don't have to coincide always. Because I feel like once you start making money at something, it changes a little bit, then it's like it's necessary, it's different. But yeah, there is definitely strength in, and it's a motivating factor that like, when I wake up in the morning, I know that like, yeah, today might be a really challenging day, but at the end of the day, um, it's about making people happy. And also I have to remind myself sometimes because I take my job really seriously. I have to remind myself like this is not brain surgery, it's balloons. So like let's all relax and like enjoy and remember what this is about, which is having fun, making people happy, spreading joy, adding a little bit of magic and to people's lives, and helping them, create memories that last a lifetime and enjoy that time with family, and friends, loved ones.
When you have to have a certain personality in order to attract people and for them to want you to be there. Because, Joe Schmo down the road might be a jerk. And I'm coming to your party to make balloons, but people get turned off, if you don't have that right personality.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I think like it's a really, just like every business, customer service plays a large role and it's really important. Um, and I think, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and it's important to me to relate to my clients and provide an excellent service. And so I do enjoy, executing whatever we do at the top of our game.
Now, are you strictly in California or do you travel outside?
So right now we're in Southern California. Hopefully one day we'll expand. But right now we're really focused on the LA market and here in Southern California.
Well, if there's anyone out there watching in that area, how do they get a hold of you?
You can check us out online at theballoonguy.la.com. Our Instagram and all of our socials are Balloon Guy LA. And don't forget, Balloon has two L's and two O's. BalloonGuyLA.com.
Do you ever make anything and ship it to people?
So we're actually working on a high-end balloon kit. A lot of people, you can buy a lot of stuff on Amazon, and balloon kits are certainly one of them. I think the general price point's around like $15 for a balloon kit. I actually got one the other day. I wasn't too impressed by it, so I wanted to make my own version of it and offer it to people because I do think, you can certainly everyone can do a balloon garland at home, and they can execute it to the level that they want to do it at. Big, small, simple, extravagant. But I do want to make a kit that allows people to both easily create their own balloon garland and uses great materials so that they don't have to spend hours fussing with a balloon garland when what they're really supposed to be focused on is their kid's first birthday.
You ever do that at children's hospitals?
When I was a kid, I did. I went to an art school when I was young, and we did like clowning and magic at kids' hospitals. Balloons are a little tough at hospitals because of the latex. A lot of the
Okay.
especially kids, but a lot of the kids have latex allergies. But you can do Mylar balloons at hospitals, but hospitals and balloons are a little tough sometimes.
Nice.
During COVID, I did a lot of deliveries to hospitals, and we used Mylar balloons, and that was really nice. Um, but yeah, we try and give back this year during the holiday season. We did events for the homeless here in Los Angeles, at a place called the Mission in downtown LA on Skid Row, and we did balloons for people for the unhoused for Thanksgiving and for their Christmas celebrations.
Awesome. Now, what all social media are you on?
So we are on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we've got a TikTok, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. It's all Balloon Guy LA. So
Well, I'll
definitely follow us there. Check us out.
I'll
Check out.
I will put all those links in the description so people can find you. But man, Sean, thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kyle. It was great talking to you.
All right. And also want to thank all you folks out there. If you are new to the channel, I hope you'll come back. Please hit that subscribe button from our regulars. You guys are awesome because you make it possible for me to do this. Till the next one, everyone, please take care. Be kind to one another. God bless and peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Listen to the Vibes. You can catch us on Buzzsprout or wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. And on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at The Vibes Broadcast Network